Nice. Okay, so we have 3 different waypoints here, 1, 2, 3, and we have the skeleton. We have some script attached to it. So here, this is a fancy thing about Unity. So if you set up an array as a public, you can actually manipulate each individual element within that array. For example, here the waypoints. If you still remember, we defined the waypoints as this array of game object here, right? You can see that. Yeah. So if you define that way, what we can do here is, if you open this waypoint, you can give a size to that array. So here it should be 3 because we have waypoint 1, 2, 3. 3. See, when you enter 3, you actually have 3 different elements here you can drag. So that's a pretty lazy way of doing this. Or you can do something like find objects with tag, waypoints, things like that. But since we, if you're using find objects with tag, yeah, that's an issue. We will talk about that later. But now we will use this drag to set up each different waypoint. Wait, what is waypoint 1? Yeah, this is waypoint 2. No. I want this to be waypoint 3. Okay. Waypoint 2, waypoint 3, and current waypoint is 0. Okay, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to execute that. Hopefully it will work. Alright, now it's idle. Nice. Guard. Okay, I need to adjust this camera. Nice. Okay. Skeleton. And we change the state to guard. Okay, so we can say it's running towards the first one, and then it is going to the second one, then it goes to the third one. But there's a problem here. It's going through that blue cube. Yes, correct. You need to rebake because I repositioned that just now. So right now you can see it's patrolling around the path, and it's going to 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. This manner, in this manner, and it's automatically avoiding those obstacles there. Right. So probably we need to rebake this stuff. See? Okay, that will solve the problem. Let's see how it actually avoid the blue cube. The nice thing here is you don't need to worry about this path. It automatically calculates the path for you and just goes that way. See, it's avoiding that blue cube instead of going through it. Yeah, that's it, how it patrol around the around the path. Okay. Next, let's see how can we make it maybe fight. Okay, because when it patrol, it may doing some something like if find the enemy, find a character, it will need to attack that character, right? Yeah. So we will need another case here. You still remember we use this case to judge what kind of behavior we need to run. Okay, AI status combat. Run. Run combat. So don't forget this break here. That's basically what you learned, basic knowledge of programming. If you use switch, if you go to a case, if you think that case ended, you need to put a break there. Because if you do not have a break there, what will happen? That's something you learned maybe last year or something.
When you're asking if what would happen if there was no breaks in many cases?
Yeah. If there's no break there, what will happen?
Like, you don't really kind of differentiate working cases because
they're not mutually exclusive.
Yeah. That's the point. They're not mutual. If you put break there, we won't make the every case to be mutually exclusive. If you go into one of them, you do not check the condition of the rest of it. Okay. So that's important. Yeah, and we need void run combat. We just do exactly the same manner what we did as the idle and the guard. Run combat. Combat. And avoid combat. Okay. So what do we do in combat? What kind of behavior are you having in this combat? So yeah, this is I forgot to review this part. This is actually the guard, the state that's called guard. It actually will go here. If it's not in some spacious situation, it will go to patrol because there's nothing to worry about. But if you have something you need to worry, here in this guard, actually you search for target, and then if the distance is less than 2.0, then you change the behavior to combat. So that's why we have this combat here. Instead of just click the combat is actually executed by this guard. Yeah, it's a branch of this guard. So it means when it is spacious, when it's worried about something, and when it's search for the after it search for the target, it starts to fight against the target. So this combat here, given that preconditions there. So what you need to do in this combat is it's just attack, right? The thing we need to worry in the combat is attack. So let's see. Do we have any animation like attack here? We do have one. This attack. We have this attack here. So let's see. Do we play the attack when it's combat? Actually, here we have two different kind of attack. We can program two different kind of attack. One is ranged attack. One is melee attack. Let's just make it simple. Let's just have this play attack function. Just what we're going to do is get component, animation. Yeah, let's make it simple. Animation, and then we play attack. Is that the only thing we need to do here? We just play attack? Is there any condition we need to check? Let's see. Yeah. So we are actually given this guard, given this statement in guard, you actually have already checked that preconditions for this combat. What is the preconditions of the combat? You need to be in range, because we only have a melee attack. We do not think about range attack here. So this is actually enough. This is actually enough for now. If it's close, yeah. If it's suspicious, it's search for the target. And when it's search for the target, it actually automatically go to the target. Yeah. This is a search for target. We have already implemented that in last class. Okay. So when it's suspicious, it search for target. When it's getting close to this target, it change behavior to combat. So everything seems running. Okay.
In terms of the suspicion case for that, I mean, would you also want to go on and have a variable that detects that, like some form of variable that says that kind of like maybe like line of sight, you know, that kind of like a given area within Unity where, you know, if the vision of the enemy does come in contact with the player,
yeah,
you should have it activated from there.
Yeah, that's a situation. How you manipulate that's suspicious. Maybe you can give a range, or maybe you can give a value of how suspicious it is, and it's triggered by all these events you mentioned.
Right.
Maybe something. But now we are not there yet. Let's go move there step by step.
Okay. I was just kind of curious.
Yeah. That's good thinking, and we do need to go to there actually. So here.
The run combat method recurring itself.
Yeah, here I have this actually. This is suspicious here. I can just check it and test that. But there are some situations this is suspicious should be triggered by things like if I am attacked, I lose some health, then I change my status to it's suspicious, and then it will trigger the search. Then it will trigger patrol and trigger the fight, something like that. So now let's see. Yeah, right now it's pretty simple implementation of the combat. It's just play attack. Let's see. Let's make it guard. Right now it's going here and there. Right. Okay. Now if I check this is suspicious, let's see what's gonna happen. Now wait for it to move further. See, it started to search for the character. Let me run. See? If you get close, you can see. Yeah, it's going to. Yeah, it's going to the position of the character. Right, but it's not playing the animation of attack.
Run combat's recurring, so it's not on combat.
Yeah. So here, if it's suspicious, it's search for target. That's what we did. Play the run and finding the character. Then it automatically search for the target. Yeah, and then we change the behavior to the combat. If we change the behavior to combat, it should run the combat. If it's run the combat, yeah, the problem's here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's recurring itself.
Yeah, it's recurring itself. Nice. Yeah, sometimes you just make this kind of stupid. Yeah. Yeah. Now it should run. Now it should work. Let's make it guard, and then now you are suspicious. Let's see. It's still not doing that, doing what we want. Yeah. So let's see. Well, the problem is you run the combat, play attack. Let's see. Does it have the attack? Yes. Actually have the attack. Get component, animation, play combat, control. Okay, let's see. Actually here the current state should be changed to run combat. And I believe if we do okay, change behavior. Yeah, it's because we didn't implement the change behavior here. Yeah. That's why. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So we need to change the behavior. Is the current state. Current state equal to the to which. Yeah. So that's a new state. We put a new state, assign a new state to the current state. Yeah. That'll work. I'm confident this time it will work. Hopefully. How do you think? Now, guard. Okay. Now you are suspicious. Search for the target. Fight. Yeah. Yeah, it works. Wow. Yeah, now you can see it's playing this fight. Yeah. But still not intelligent enough, right? Because if the character moves away, it's still not doing anything. It's still not following that target. So we need to manipulate that a little bit to make it just search. Maybe search after it's bite. If it's far away, maybe it's do the search again, something like that. So we will use this maybe is in range to see if we are doing that. How do we do that? Okay. So here you can see if distance is less than 2.0, it's in range. Now we want an else here. We need to have something to reset it to false, right? We can do is in range. If it's in range, we change the behavior and else. So what do we put here? What do we put here?
Recall search.
Yeah. We will do the search for target. If it's not in range. So how many of you think this will work? How many of you think this won't work? Okay. Yeah, let's see.
We'll be honest here.
Okay, let's see. Maybe it's not working. Maybe it will work. Let's see. Okay, here it is all good. Alright, you're correct. It's not working.
Need to check distance and the attack.
Yeah. So, can somebody tell me why it's not working? Can you tell what is the problem here?
Once you go
It's
into
not going to attack, it's not checking the distance anymore.
Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, after it changed to the behavior of combat, all it does is first it's go to the update, then the update run this function. It find out that the current state is in combat, right? And then I need to run the combat. I will go to run the combat, right? If we go to this run combat, we will go to this combat, and we only do this like play attack. It's stuck there. You're right. We never go to this search again. So we do need something that here we need to yeah. When we're actually doing this combat, we need to check if is in range. Else, I just search for target. So how many of you think this won't work? How many of you think this will work? Raise your hand. Come on. Okay, let's try. Yeah, you're suspicious. Okay. Let's see. Will you move? No? No? Yeah, let's see. So it's still on combat. So if it's in range, we play the attack.
It doesn't calculate when it's out of range. You need a like distance function. To say like if distance is greater than 2
Yeah.
in range.
So let's see, what do we do here? Actually, if we call this search for target is here.
But if it's true going into that if statement, it's never going to check and see if it's out of range.
It never switches to false.
Like if it's true going in when you call combat, it's never going to use that else to search for the target.
Yeah. Okay. It's in range. Yes. Yeah. So we do need something there to update this is in range thing, right? That's correct. Yeah. We need to have something that can set this back to false. So what we can do? What can we do here? Which area can we do that? It's still the combat, yeah. So we do need to do this. So this will make it work, I believe. So how many of you do you think this will work? Come on, give some confidence. Still not working.
This attack is in the air.
Oh, yeah. One more thing. Because we need to update the distance, then we check if it's in range. Yeah, it should work. I just wonder. Oh, this is actually the character. It's actually working. So it's chasing after the character. Okay. Nice. You will never find it. Okay. Yeah. So that's how we do this combat. Yeah. Idle combat. Or range, search for target. Okay. So that's a combat. That's and then one thing left is the flee. Yeah, flee is kind of easy. Flee, I won't implement that here, so we don't have enough time. So if you do the flee, what you just need to take into consideration is, on the work situation, you're going to flee. Right? So if you want to flee, means maybe you are within the attack, you are under attack, or you are like fighting with a character. The AI is fighting with a character, but the AI maybe is in some dangerous situation as well. Like the HP is pretty low. If it's not going away, will die or something like that. So, so first you need to judge if you are in that situation, and then you just play the wrong and get away to somewhere else. And still, one thing you need to take in consideration, another thing is, when will you stop this flee, right? And when you stop this flee, you're gonna change your status to maybe to the patrol or to the idle. That's all up to you. That's up to you how you define that decision tree. And when do you think you finish that flee? Maybe it's if your distance and if AI's distance and the character's distance is greater than some threshold, like 10, it will not run away anymore. It will change to some other status. So that's things about the flee. Okay, and so this is anime AI that is search for the character and fight for the character, fight with the character. And how about a friend AI? So when you're playing game, what do you think a friend AI should do?
What it should attack enemies?
Yeah, it should attack enemies.
That's attacking enemies more, but some for the player, like healing or.
Yeah, and attack enemy.
Yeah.
And also,
The enemy attack it. The enemy will attack it.
yeah, enemy will attack that AI. That's another part. That's actually that's animation. That's the animated actions. Another important thing is most of the time the friend AI will follow that main character. So they follow wherever he goes. Okay. So let's try to finish these two things. First, it will follow the main character. Then, if the main character finds some enemy, or the AI finds some enemy, we fight for the main character. Let's do these two things. Okay, two more functions here. All right. Okay. So we will need another function called company, the character. Okay, So it just follow wherever the character goes. All right. So in this company, yeah. So this simple logic. We just play the run animation, right? It run, and then navigate mesh, make it move to the character. So get component animation. Play, run, and it's just run. No, when we if you think, if you want to think all the situations, when you are playing this run, you need to think about when should it start and when should it stop. When should it change to something else? That's the thing you need to take into consideration. So the main thing is this: play run and navigate to the character. But when do we need to stop? When do you think we need to stop?
When the player stops. When the player stops moving, or when the player dies.
Yeah, well, it's some obstacle stop it from moving. But actually, if you think about the company function, okay, it should stop when it reach the character, right? You don't want it, not want it like keep running at the character position. That's kind of like doing exercise. No. So we need to take into consideration. That's just a nav agent and set destination. Kind of this. The character's position, right? And yeah. And let's see a distance. We will need to check the distance between these two. Okay. So vector 3 dot distance and it's a game objects. This game objects transform position and the I should. This character's position. Okay. Okay. So this is a distance, and if the distance is what do we do? Like less or equals to 0.5. What do we do here?
Change the idle.
Yeah, idle. So now we're not thinking about change status thing, because that's the anime. So yeah, I write this function in this script is for like easier. I should actually create a new script for the friend AI. Yeah, but here let's make it simple. Just get component animation Simple, just play idle. Maybe, yeah, we will need a friend. Maybe we're not doing that. Okay, let's make it simple. Well, we're not running this. Okay, so in the start, we will just call the company function. Okay. Okay, so this is a company function. So I just play run and find a character within some distance. Play the idle, and we call it in this start. That's all what we do in this script. We are not doing any update. Okay, so now let's see what will happen. Let's make it more clear. It's sliding there. But it's moving there because I guess it's play run. So it's going to that. Yeah. See, problem here is it is going into that character. So you kind of want to oh yeah. Another problem is here. No one noticed that? In this company, we are playing the idle, but actually we do not have this idle at all. We have a dance, if you remember. Yeah, we use the dance for the idle. Yeah. And this 0.5 may not be a very good thing we want to do here. So let's do maybe 2. Let's see what's gonna happen. See the problem? See the problem? When it actually stopped, it is stopped there. It is stopping here, but sliding into that character. That's not what we want. Right? We want our friends to follow us, but we not want our friends to go into us. That's yeah.
You want to cancel the tab agent?
Yeah. So right, that's the thing because of the name agent. You actually set the destination there, so it just go there exactly the position. Okay. So yeah, that's one way is we stop the name agent somehow, and another way is we give a point. Like set a point there. We make it negative to that point instead of us. Okay. So you can see character. We will create no, we want it here. So instead of setting up the destination there, we want to set up destination here, somewhere near the character. Okay, so that's the idea, and we put it like cylinder. We give it some tag. Hey, the tag. Maybe. Character point. So here character point. Oh, yeah, so we have a point moving, and then character point. Oh, I've got to do this. Yeah. Yeah. So that looks better, right? And then if we like renderer, so you can see. Okay. We don't want a renderer. Okay, this time it will be more nature. It will go into that character. It's okay. Yeah. And then the next step is the company, and the company after company we have one last function is the combat when it detects some enemy. So yeah, that's the last thing about AI. We will take a little bit of time in next class, talk about that function, and then we will move to the keep score. But on Tuesday it's gonna be a lab. It's gonna be the lab for the project 2. So we will have that in the lab. And we still use the group as what we mentioned last time. So please check your group. If you're in group 1, to stay there. Okay, and I will update the schedule and send you the notification. All right.